Yo, what's up, y'all? This is T-Lo.
Yo, what's going on? This your boy, Yo Real.
And we're next.
And you know what it is. You know I got Soul.com.
You got what?
My guy, he said he ain't got no nieces or nephews, so I can't call him Uncle Tom. So I just call him Tom. You know I got Soul.com. I'm checking it out daily. It's in the browser. You know what it is.
Next.
All right, next. So, we're here at your show here in Bronx, Paradise Theater.
Yeah.
You guys have been together a while now, kind of had some issues, but you're together again, recording again, touring again. What's it like still being together?
Feels good. Feels good to have my little brothers back. One on one side, one on the left.
Yeah.
Tweet on the left, R on the right. It feels good, man. Like, we happy. We back.
Yeah.
Voltron has reformed.
And what's the biggest challenge been like, staying together and keeping it together all these years?
Really, it's our lives. We grew up with men now. Different situations, whether it's kids, whether it's other business ventures that we have. It's really being able to be in the same room together at the same time. It's not necessarily that we are beefing. It's more that we're growing in other areas and we forget to continue to water the root. So that's what we're trying to do, is continuously keep the root going. Should we close the door?
I got you.
So I think it's really just us being able to get in the same room together because we're so busy doing other things. Because Next really allowed us to grow in other areas, and afforded us other opportunities, and what we had to remember is what got us here. That's why we're back here.
Yeah. Okay, and are you guys back in the studio and recording again as a group? Or?
Are we? I just left the studio, man. Just did what? 6, 7 new records, like in 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So we.
The next sound, the sound of the group evolved over time. The last time I believe was early 2000s. What's the sound like now?
I mean, vocally, our vocal abilities have grown. This dude right here is incredible with that pen, and his vocals is up. My brother Tweet, his vocals is up. My vocals is up. I mean, it's just growth, and you're gonna hear that on this new album, man.
Yeah.
We really singing.
But it still keep wanting me to get back to the freaky mode. I went on to some love stuff and tried to be. He's like, no, get back
to where we was.
We gotta be dirty. We gotta
be them.
So,
we gotta be them boys when you put that album on.
Yeah.
You're man, right? You the guy. You put the album on.
The panties come on.
The girl, you ain't gotta say nothing.
Right.
Everything happens.
Yeah.
Just putting the album on. That's what it is.
Cool. And have you found that your fans have been waiting all these years for you? Still waiting?
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things for us. We can tour forever off the records that we've had, to be honest. And I think that's afforded us a lot of leisure time and almost made us get too comfortable because we can just hop out and say, let's just go perform. But we know that our true fan base wants some new music.
Yeah.
So it's time.
Yeah. Okay. R&B music isn't selling like it used to back when you guys you were on top of the world, late 90s, early 2000s. What's it gonna take to reach that level of success again?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. On my end, I'm not even in it for the money when the record sells.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna take talent, but it's gonna take talent. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna take some real music. Right now, people are putting out things so they can get on the radio real quick. And if you notice, a lot of artists are putting out more than one album in a year. We spoke on this before. It's because they're popular, but they're not successful.
Yeah.
Real music and real artists continually sell records. You might not sell at the level you were, but you're gonna in this climate right now. Selling 500 is like it's like selling 750 back in the day. And the truth is, you sell yourself. And if you get on stage, you can't perform, or you can't do it better than the album, you're not gonna sell. You're selling yourself short. So I think it's gonna take a lot of artists like us, the Dru Hills, the Jaggeds, come back out with that right material, not selling for that independent deal that's not gonna promote you and put your product and push it out there to the masses. But I mean, real music getting promoted, getting the opportunity in this marketplace. Like, we can't use that as an excuse no more. Saying that, the marketplace. No, the industry's diluted because a lot of whack artists come out because you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got all these social media outlets where anybody can put out an album, but that don't mean they should. Leave it to the big boys.
I like that one. That was hot. You said that very nice.
That was good. And you mentioned some of the R&B groups you guys came out with that you also had success with. How come, we haven't seen many R&B groups being successful these days? We've had some, but they just haven't reached the success that you guys had reached back then.
Well, he just wrote a record for Mindless Behavior, which is a good friend of ours. This group, two friends of ours. That's their group. He just wrote a record for them, shot a video with them, and all that. So I really believe that this little group will go far because they're talented. It's almost like you're seeing another B2K. B2K came out, but right now, what the industry I feel is missing is just our genre of music. Is missing. It's a gap, and I feel like all of us need to band together. Like if you see now, we're working on a tour where it is Jagged Edge, Next, Drew Hill. Who would ever thought that? Yeah. We together now, banding together, coming out with this real music and really performing and singing these records, really singing.
Yeah, because you know what I do want to add, to the previous question that you said it's not selling. The truth is, beside country western, the only thing that's selling is adult contemporary, and that's what they would call us now. And that don't mean that means soccer moms, those chicks that when we was in high school had kids either senior year, junior year,
right.
And still in school, and now they take their kids as like 15, 16, you know what I mean, but they still want that music that they was in school listening to. That's what it means. Adult contemporary doesn't mean you're 40, 50, it could mean 30 something, you know what I mean? It could mean anything like that.
Yeah. Get paid. Right.
You mentioned that adult contemporary genre. I know there's some artists who may be afraid to go into that genre. They feel like that kind of excludes them from a whole.
Because when you think of adult contemporary, you think of Eric Benet. Nothing against that, or Maxwell.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not necessarily what it means. That's a neo soul adult contemporary. Mm-hmm. Adult contemporary just means that we grown now.
Yeah, we ain't 18 and 15 years old singing no more.
Right,
yeah.
Because it's the same music that a Trey Songz would do to an extent, but we may be 5 to 10 years older than him. Mm-hmm. That's it. So this is the best way I put it. You gotta excuse my language. This is how I look at it. This is what I want next to be. I want us to have, these artists that are out now are like our little brothers. They bring their girlfriend home one day after school, and we're in our rooms with our shirt off. We just got out the shower.
Yeah.
Pause. We're just out the shower.
Pause.
She hasn't slept with him yet. They kiss, she touching him, they doing other things, but they ain't went there yet. They about 16, 17. They walk past our room, and the door's cracked. And we're sitting on the bed watching TV with our shirt off. And she looks, and she gets excited. She says, you know what? When I turn 17 or 18, what's up, what? Hold up, what? When she turns 17 or 18, and I'm legal, that's the kind of dude I want.
Yeah.
We the guys that the young girls fantasize about and say, when my man gets that age, or when my man is this, that's how I want my man to be.
Yeah.
So we just the professors. That's what Albums Music 101. Yeah. We're here to teach the young cats what they need.
Just to wrap this up, what do you guys want to add anything?
Music 101 coming soon.
Yeah, I just want to say, you dealt with me before, and it's about being humble and understanding it's more about the music. Our music has been timeless. We've been blessed to have some of the biggest records ever, and I've been afforded the opportunity to write for some great artists and write some really successful records. So us being here, we don't take it for granted. That's why every show, when we found out, Tweet had to do an acting situation, we didn't say, well, forget it, we can't do the show. We're still here. We want to show artists that through hard work and remaining humble and perseverance that 15 years later,
still be in the game.
you can still be in the game.
Yeah, it is.